We're gonna try and bench test this.
Sure. Let me unhook this. It's gonna rip a bunch of stuff on the floor. Okay.
Bench testing this instrument cluster. Grounds us to the body, and then we can sort of. It's real easy. You could follow these. Now I used a Scotch-Brite and cleaned up all of these. I took these nuts up because the this is a very low voltage system, so these connections need to be good. So I took all these off, Scotch-Brited them, Scotch-Brited the back of the nuts, put them back down, because this is our temperature gauge on our fuel gauge. So we want those to be working. We're going to override the amp meter because it's dangerous to run everything through that one.
Wait a minute. You mean like permanently?
Permanently override it?
Yeah.
Correct.
I like having that amp meter, but okay.
Well, I guess I could hook it
Well,
back
yeah, but
up.
I mean, I know why you want to do that. I mean, it'd be nice to have a voltmeter is what I like, but...
The USB charger has a voltmeter built into the thing.
Perfect.
We'll make that happen.
Okay,
It'll
perfect.
plug into the cigarette
Good,
lighter.
then we don't have all that
This
going
here,
through there.
this little jobby here is an adjustable 12 volt to 6 volt regulator. So,
like a DC-DC converter or something.
well, it's point style.
Oh, okay. Oh, really? Okay.
Well, this is, yeah.
Okay.
So, that goes to pin number, this pin right here. If we go to this pin, we go to this pin, this should give us
What are you feeling for? Something.
it should give us power to these gauges.
I don't know where my meter is.
Okay, so it goes, the 12 volt goes in here, this is ground, so this is going to be the low voltage. It goes to both of these gauges. If we ground them, they should peg. So if this is working, and the gauges are working, we should be able to ground this pin or this pin and get activity on the other side. I'm going to get a test lead with some alligator clips, and we're going to give it a try. So we'll be back.
Okay.
So this little mini voltage regulator, like I said, it's points. Here's the points, and then there's a bimetal.
It focuses on everything except that. Okay.
All right. This is what the insides of the voltage regulator look like. It's got little points, a bimetal strip that's wrapped with a coil, and it's just gonna, if there's too much voltage, it's just gonna pull the points apart by bending the bimetal strip. It's very, very simple. You know, you can get a digital one of these probably to replace this, but you know, or you could just adjust it, clean
Is
it
that why?
once every 50 years or so.
On these, once every 50 years. On these old cars that we drive along, and the dash lights look like they go a little bit brighter, a little bit dimmer, a little bit brighter. They do it all the time.
One of these is kind of...
Never knew what did that. Okay.
You don't even have to use it. We try. Sometimes the importance is the practice of trying. Okay, I'm just trying to get... What do I do with my glasses? That's it.
That's it?
For a moment.
Well, here, you can hold the camera.
You're doing an unboxing?
Unbag.
Okay.
Put out of the house, get something to drink. Brought drinks up here, but this was here. So, I believe it's automotive related. It is automotive related.
Oh, vacuum caps. Oh, good.
80-piece vacuum caps.
Well, you can replace all those stupid
All
dead-ended
those
bolt
things.
things.
That's right. Okay, that's all
Lovely.
I want to do. That's a heck of an unboxing. You're on.
Okay. Now, we have power, ground. We should get 6 volts from that little girl. We have our DC meter. We will first verify that we have 12 volts where we should have 12 volts, which is right here.
Well, it's a battery charger, so it's all over the place.
That's okay. And then over here, we should get something like 6.
Yeah, it's not a very good power supply, but yes, you're getting 6.
There you go. And additionally, we should be able to ground the gauge and get full steam from it. We got to flip this around. And we'll show you that before we go.
See if we get steam out of it.
That little point, it had burned like a divot in the contact. So,
Okay, so that was an obvious problem.
you know, it looked like it had been used a bit.
It's only 51 years old. What the heck?
You know.
There's probably stagecoaches that are newer.
We don't know what the mileage.
When I was a kid, 51 years ago was like before the Wright brothers flew an airplane, you know?
Mm-hmm. It's crazy, isn't it?
Okay, turn on.
Oh,
yeah. Okay.
Okay, we have the gauge hooked up. This is going to be the, we're going to jumper the side that goes to the gauge. This is the fuel gauge. So we ground it, and it should go.
Can't see it. Well, it goes up a little. Oh, goes up. Yeah, it's like bad connection or something.
No, it's the.
Oh,
voltage.
it's just slow. Okay, it works. It works.
Okay.
Excellent. Okay.
Now let's do the temperature gauge.
Okay. Temperature gauge. Ah, normal. Higher than normal. Yeah, you're overheating.
Okay, so that means
Here.
we've got voltage, and that means that the gauges work. So, if we have problems, it is not the cluster.
It's something else.
It's cleaned, it's tested. We've got all the lights that we have plugs for put in.
Let's see.
These little lights. I checked them all, and the ones that we have. These lights, when they get old, the little plastic ears break off.
Oh, the
fall
holders.
out. Yeah. So
those are 194s. I think those things are used from a lot of cars.
but you know, I make sure I get the important stuff like the oil pressure, brakes.
Yeah, we have an oil pressure gauge, so that's not a real big deal.
Fasten
But
seatbelt lights. That's pretty important.
we had a light for that.
The lights on the low side of the speedometer are generally pretty useful to have. So you can see the lights behind these gauges are pretty good. So
Sounds good. All right, here's the light switch, and there's the dimmer part of it. And it is just green and crusty. Trying to focus on it, but it's not focusing nicely. So there's the problem with that.
we're doing electrical today a little bit and trying to get the instrument lights to work. This is the fuses. You'll notice that
What the heck is that doing there?
this is the it says brake lamps. So that appears that's something.
Yeah, I see what somebody did.
Yeah, it's a bubblegum wrapper. Anyways, we're having problems with our instrument lamps, and I don't know, that's a different fuse, so I don't know, we'll look at that. And then this 20 amp accessory has me really worried, and I'll show you why. On this side, it is rusty. See, there's rust, and then there's rust, and then see, there's corrosion. This was plugged here. There's corrosion here. Okay, and corrosion creates resistance, and resistance creates heat in electrical systems. Well, this little plastic piece that this was up against is melted. So this was really not the accessory wire, this green accessory wire, whatever it controls, was pulling too much current through that garbage and heating things up. So luckily we didn't burn this old Mopar down. Honestly, it looks like it's been that way for quite some time. And honestly, it looks like there's been problems in the past. This was unbolted and hanging under the dash, not up under here where it's supposed to be. So somebody knew there was problems, and instead of putting in new... So we have some things to do here. Obviously the green that is removed from here, that's great. And the clean connections on the dash. Luckily the mice did not chew anything.
Yeah, this is what came out from under the dash. So obviously there was
mice, but they didn't chew any wires, which is great. And yeah, we're just gonna keep cleaning stuff up, and maybe put it back together. Maybe with this stuff is...
I have a lot of fuses somewhere here.
I found the fuses, so we're going to replace anything that's corroded, clean up all these contacts, put it back together so we don't catch on fire on our way to test drive things. That's it.
Okay.
All right. You can bend these tabs out.
What is this?
This is the ignition relay. So, you know, I was getting a signal from the key to turn on, which goes straight to here. That fires up that coil. I've got continuity through the coil, which means that
the points are bad.
The points are bad, and they look terrible. Is there any? Can you get that at all?
Oh yes. Oh, that shows that there's like little mountains on there.
Bend this out of the way real quick so we can really open this up and take a look. And the way to really get points is with a razor blade. And a razor blade, you could scrape the points.
What'd you do to your index finger?
Smashed it with a hammer. You know.
Looks bad.
Like you do. Yep, you could scratch it or whatever you want to do. This side. Can't believe that worked. We were using it all that time.
Yeah, it was working up till yesterday.
And then all of a sudden, bam. Nothing. Alright, well, we'll clean it up. Put it back together. Double check it. Test and everything.
Focus issues. It keeps going out of focus and into focus.
Right.
Okay, you want those that's on top of your glasses?
Thanks. No, I can't see with my glasses on. Alright, that's all that there is. You can show the mosquitoes if you want. Fuckers are ferocious.
Hands away. Let me go around the other side.
Okay, that's good. I mean, we could go buy another one, but it'll be lower quality, but obviously no wear on it yet. So, but you know, it'll be made to last not long. It'll be made to barely last.
Say, order another one in 6 months.
And that gap, we can set that gap. We just kind of this down. A little confused here. Oh, okay. It feeds back through to this, and that goes down. Don't really want it to be
That's
way...
a big gap.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be big like that. Okay. How's that?
Okay, I don't know how they normally get, but okay.
Well, as long as it's not going to accidentally bump the starter when you're driving, you're good.
Yeah.
That's how I...
Starting gauges while you're driving?
Yeah.
For no reason?
That'd be bad. Anything else is mint. I feel good about that, although this... I'm going to take that out and clean
Think so?
that. Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
Let's see if it works.
Clean that. Maybe. Right around there. The head of that bolt.
I don't know. Will it come out?
Damn
Maybe
right
it'll
it
come
will.
out. You want a wrench? No, you're going to use it.
Universal.
Go at it like a monkey. A monkey wrench.
Hey.
A monkey bike.
What do you got against monkeys? Not my circus, not my monkeys, as they say. Oh, look at that. You can even take...
Oh, it does come apart.
Take it off.
Okay.
Oh, that part's replaceable.
Yeah, go in and try to buy one of those. Okay.